So we're going to be looking at the reciprocal function. And the reciprocal function is a nonlinear graph, meaning it's not a straight line, but it has x in the denominator and k is a constant, so just a number sitting on top. And a very simple form of a reciprocal function is a hyperbolic function, which we have written here, y equals k over x. And it's called a reciprocal function because 1 over x is the reciprocal of just x when we turn something upside down, like we do in fractions when we are dividing them. So if we have a look here, I've drawn a graph of y equals k over x, and I've got k on a slider, which means I can change the value. So we can see what happens as k gets bigger and bigger. All that's happening is my graph is getting fatter and fatter. It's moving further away from the axis. And then once k, being a constant, is less than 0, it now moves into what we call the other two quadrants. So this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4 on the Cartesian plane. So if k is a negative number, our graph is simply in quadrant 2 and 4. And if k is a positive value, my graph is in quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. And you can see we've got two separate branches. Now, for the purposes of this course, we're really going to only be interested in the first quadrant, but it's useful to know what the graphs are doing. These graphs have two asymptotes, the x and the y axis, meaning my graph gets really, really close to it, but it can never cross that line. And that's, I think, all that I really need to say about this. If you have any questions, just ask.